Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Geraldi and I make videos all about goal setting and productivity. So if that's your type of jam, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Geraldi Silva. I feel like there's a little bit of like a glare on this camera. Sorry, I'm filming today at Target. You can see it in the background. I'm filming today in front of Target. I had a cancellation, so I was able to film. But speaking of filming, I know this is not about goal setting, but I think this is still important, because if you're looking to become an entrepreneur, an influencer, content creator, whatever the case, you have to put yourself out there. Essentially, you have to put yourself out there and make yourself known. If you want to make a business, if you want to sell something. And I feel like a lot of us kind of have that want to have a side hustle. Majority of us, no, I'm not saying everyone does, but a majority of us want to have some sort of business, some sort of side hustle, something that's going to bring us extra income every single month. And so being able to do that means that you have to put yourself out there so that you can market yourself, so that you can sell yourself, sell your product, sell yourself, sell your brand, sell your story. You have to be salesy, which means that you have to put yourself out there. And so it's cringy, it's embarrassing. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I've been putting myself out there for 9 years. This channel is very new. I used to have a different channel where I was uploading inconsistently for 9 years, and when I came to the point where I was posting consistently, it was on a topic that I eventually learned that I was not going to be doing that for long term. So then I switched my content to what I'm doing right now, which is goal setting. And so I know about putting yourself out there. Okay, I've been doing it for 9 years. I've been promoting myself for 9 years on my Facebook, on my Instagram. And you may think like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a lot of followers, like people who want to see about you. No, I was promoting myself to family members, to high school friends. So when I tell you about cringe, like, it's cringe, okay? Watching myself fail multiple times in front of my high school friends is so embarrassing. But you know what? At the same time, if I want something to happen, it's gonna freaking happen for me. So I want to teach you guys the framework about how to stop making excuses and start posting yourself online, and basically how to get started, how to do it, because it's not easy. It's really, really not, especially if you have people who are kind of stalking you and wanting to watch you fail. It's really difficult. If you hear a lot of background noise, it's because I'm right next to a freeway, and like I said, I'm at Target, so please bear with me. Anyways, if you guys like this type of video, please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe so I know to make more. Let's get into the framework. Number 1 is that if you wait, it's too late. You see how it rhymes? I feel like I wanted it to rhyme so that it could stick. If you wait, it's too late. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, if you're waiting for the perfect time, if you're waiting to be less busy, waiting, why are you going out of focus? If you wait, it's gonna be too late, because the algorithm is gonna change. There's gonna be more competition. It's gonna be harder to post online. Someone else might take your idea. If you're waiting around to perfect your craft, to perfect your videos, to perfect your product, to perfect your website, it's gonna be too late by the time you post it. Because anybody who you talk to when they first started their own business, company, YouTube channel, none of it looked like the way that it started. Everyone gradually got better. So what you're looking at is how people evolved over time. It's not their first post, it's not their first video, because if you check back to those posts and to those videos, you're gonna see how much cringe and embarrassing it is to see them posting themselves very vulnerably, and then to the quality that they have right now, it's completely different. If you look at my video, I was so awkward on my first video. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, I mean, I didn't know what I was talking about, but I just felt uncomfortable in front of the camera. And where I'm at right now is I feel a lot more comfortable with the camera. I wouldn't dare be able to talk the way that I talk right now in front of people surrounding this car walking by. Like, at this point, I genuinely don't care. But it took a long time and a lot of practice to get to where I'm at right now. So if you wait until your craft is perfect, it's gonna be too late. And so that doesn't mean you can't post it, but it just means that it's better to just go ahead and get started with what you have now. And I saw this advice earlier where it's like, just get it good enough to post. Quality will come over time. You'll learn new things. You'll figure out different ways on how to make things better. You just have to get started with what you have right now and just know that it's just good enough to post. And if it's good enough to post, then post it. You're not going to gain overnight success. You're not going to gain success right away. It's going to take time. So even if you do post it and it's not the best of the best, don't worry, not a lot of people are going to see it. People are going to see consistency over time. So after like the 100th post, that's when you're going to see the growth happen a lot more quickly. But again, that's consistency. And by the 100th time, think about it. Think about how much better you'll be by the 100th time. If you are playing baseball and you hit the balls 100 times and you miss every single one until you get to the 100th one and you finally hit the right ball and then you make it, like, it took you 100 tries to get there. But if you're just waiting to see if you'll hit it right the first time, you're never gonna get it. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes reps. And trust me, I'm telling you because I know that it took me a long time to stop cringing at myself. It took me a really long time to stop cringing at myself watching my videos back and editing. It's probably going to take me a really long time until I'm comfortable enough with people telling me, hey, I watch your videos, and me stop cringing about that. So, if you wait, it's too late. Just post it. Post what's good enough. Make it good enough to post. At least that. The next thing is that fear is your ally. You may think that fear, you need to conquer your fear. You would think that fear is your enemy, but in reality, it's your ally. It's your ally because you fear of your content being crappy. If you fear of failing, you can use that as a way to motivate yourself to get better, to have better quality, to keep figuring out how to market yourself. Fear is your ally. You can use it as a motivation instead of trying to figure out how to conquer it. You can use it as like, oh, I fear failure, therefore I'm going to do everything possible to not fail. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using my fear of failure because I failed so many times in front of my friends, and I'm like, there's going to be something that sticks, and it's going to make all those other failures nothing, because when I become successful, that's all they're going to look at. Use fear as your ally. My fear of failure in front of people is how I'm still uploading these videos, how I'm still filming these videos, how I'm still in this game of trying to upload consistently for 30 days because I so badly want to not fail. I so badly want to have my own business. I so badly want to have my own community. I so badly want to have the house of my dreams and being able to do this full time and somehow, some way pay for my bills through all of this. I want that so badly that is part of the motivation. The wanting part is motivation. The other part that's keeping me going too is the fear part, the fear of losing, the fear of failing, the fear of everyone going ahead and I'm leaving back, the fear of seeing on Instagram how everyone else has a business and I somehow couldn't figure it out. And so if I think 20-30 years from now, when I look back on my life, like, I'm gonna regret it so badly that I didn't continue, that I wasn't consistent, that I wasn't on it. I regret it now when I think back of 9 years ago when I started my YouTube channel and how inconsistent I was. I regret it now, and it's like I can only imagine if I gave up and then 20-30 years from now I look back on my life and I regret that I didn't continue. So instead of seeing myself, instead of seeing instead of focusing on the numbers that I have right now, I'm focusing on the numbers that I may have in the future if I just continue. So I'm using my fear as an ally, and you should as well. What is the thing that if you didn't accomplish this, what would you regret? Would you regret not going? Would you regret not figuring it out? Would you regret not seeing how far you could get before you could get to your goal, your dream life? Like, what do you think you would truly regret, and use that as a push to keep you going, a push to keep you getting up every single morning and doing the hard work, and push you to keep going to the gym and working out so you can finally have the body of your dreams. Use it as a way to push yourself to keep going so that you don't fall behind. The next thing is worst case scenario, it sucks. Okay, that's literally it. Worst case scenario, your video sucks. It doesn't get the views that you thought. You didn't get the sales that you thought you wanted. No one visited your website. Worst case scenario, that happens, but it's not like your life is gonna end. It's not like it's gonna be the end all be all. It doesn't make you a failure. You only fail if you give up. But worst case scenario, it just sucks. And it wasn't good. And so what can you do? You reflect on what exactly sucked so badly about that post, about that content, and fix it for the next time. There's one video on this channel, well, there's actually 2 videos on this channel where it's the worst viewed videos on my channel currently. I think one of them has 9 views and the other one has 5 views. All my other videos have about 30 views and up, and those are my worst too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how bad were those videos? How bad were those thumbnails that people don't want to click on that video? And so I use that as a metric of don't do that again. And then the ones that are succeeding, I'm like, keep doing more of that. So if you fail and your video sucked really bad, use it as a metric, like, okay, that sucked really badly, don't do that again. What did I do in that post that people just didn't resonate with? What story did I tell that people didn't like? And just don't do it again. Do something else differently. Try a different strategy. Test something else. That's the great thing about failing and trying again, is that you'll keep failing. Your content will keep sucking until you figure out how to make it successful. And so there's one video on this channel I think has 92 views, and I'm like, wow, that has a lot of views compared to the subscribers that I have, because my goal is to always have more views than subscribers. As I keep growing, I would like to have more views than subscribers, because that to me shows me that my video is really resonating for a lot of people, even though they're not subscribing. I want to keep gaining new because that just means that my pool of viewerships are not just my subscribers. I'm also obtaining new viewerships, which means I'm gonna gain new subscribers. So I always want to have more viewers than subscribers, and just keep going at it with that. That is my goal for each and every single video. Now, will I accomplish that every single video? Probably not, because one of my videos, like I said, has 9 views and the other one has 5, and that is my worst one. So, and then the ones that are good are all above 30 views, and the best one is 92 views. So I'm just like, okay, that I'm gonna do more of that, do more of those videos, more of that content, more of things that people like to do, and just use your worst content as a way to never do that again. That's the lowest of the lows. And then whatever you are doing great at, just keep doing more of that. Because if you make the excuse now, time will pass regardless. Time will pass regardless. You're gonna get older no matter what, and you're just allowing your competition to get ahead of you. And so just think about your enemies. Like, think about your enemies laughing at you. I don't want my enemies laughing at me. I want them to be jealous of me. And so that is how I use myself as a motivation. And yes, you can say that, like, oh, that's not a great way to think, like you shouldn't rely on other people's validations. And like, I'm not using other people's validation, I'm just using this imaginary people who hate me, not wanting me to win, and then just showing off that I did win, type of thing. And it feels good and it fuels me. So that's kind of how I use that. Keep your eyes on the prize. Number 3 is keep your eyes on the prize, because the only thing that matters is the goal that you want and the goal that you want to accomplish. And so by keeping your eyes on the prize, you're going to be thinking about it daily. You're going to want to do it daily. You're going to want to work on it, work on your craft every single day. If you're just keeping your eyes on the goal, on the dream that you truly really want, you're going to start thinking about it every single day. And if you think about it every single day, you're going to want to do it every single day. I think about content creation every single day. So every single day during work, between my sessions, because I'm a speech pathologist, I work going home to home doing speech therapy. I have about, usually roughly around like 10 to 15 minutes between sessions to be able to write a script or think about the next video or X, Y, or Z. I'm always thinking about content creation and how I can make myself 1% better. And so I'm constantly keeping my eyes on the prize of, I want to have 3,000 watch hours and I want to have 1,000 subscribers. And I'm not letting go of that win. I'm not letting go of that reward. So what do? Think about it every single day and work on it every single day. And that's what you should do every single day. When you plan and you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you should do is think about your dream life. What does that look like? What's around me? What do I have? How am I acting like? What habits do I have? What am I drinking? What am I doing? What am I using? Think about it every single day, because then you'll never forget it. And the more that you want it, the more that you want it, the more you're gonna want to do to be able to accomplish that. The more you want to do to be able to obtain that. And so I wake up every single day motivated to keep going, to keep filming, even though I so badly just want to scroll on TikTok right now and just rest. I'm like, nope, my eye is on the prize, and if I don't do everything possible right now to make sure that I accomplish this 30-day challenge, then I'm never gonna accomplish it. And again, I'm gonna look back on my life and I'm gonna regret everything that I didn't do, and I don't want to keep regretting. I'm tired of regretting my life. I'm tired of being unhappy. So what do? I'm changing it. And that's what you should do as well. Keep your eyes on the prize. Do it every single day and you will reap the rewards. If you guys are liking this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, so I know to make more videos like this. Please give me a like, because there's so many people around me listening to me. Okay. So number 5 is lean on past accomplishments. So when you're feeling a lot on marketing yourself and selling yourself and doing all this content stuff, and then just not seeing the what's it called? Not seeing the results that you think you would be having at this point. If you worked really hard on something and it just didn't generate any views, you're gonna feel really low on yourself. So what you should do at those moments is just look on past accomplishments. We've all accomplished something in our life, whether it's the fact that we woke up for the day, whether it's the fact that we got to feed the dog before we left, whether it's the fact that we got to brush our teeth, you graduated high school, you graduated college. We've all accomplished something. So lean back on your accomplishments and think to yourself, like, yes, that didn't happen. I didn't generate the results that I really wanted, but you know what? That doesn't mean that I'm a failure, because look at all of these other accomplishments that I've had before. If I could accomplish those, I can accomplish this. So let me just keep going. Let me figure out what I didn't do right, and let me do it right on the next time. Lean back on those past accomplishments, because it's gonna feel really tough on you mentally watching yourself fail over and over and over again. And to pick yourself back up, look at the positive things that you have done in your life, because you have accomplished something. If you have accomplished something, that means this can be accomplished as well. You just have to keep working at it. You have to keep putting in the reps. You have to keep practicing, because eventually you're gonna see the results. I promise you, you're gonna see the results. We're gonna see the results of all of this if we just keep going, keep figuring things out, because it's not just going and going and going and then not reflecting at all not reflecting at all with the results that you're getting. It's both. It's not just one. It's not just reflecting, and it's not just practicing. It's both. You have to practice, see what results you generated, and then change it to the results that you want to see. So if you're uploading a video and you only see 10 views, and the next time you upload, and then you think let's say you upload a video and it only gets 10 views, you look at that video and you're like, okay, what did I do wrong? What is something else I can implement that could possibly make the next video better? And so you figure out a new strategy, and then you upload it, and then the next thing you know, you get 100 views on that video, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do right in this video that I can implement again in my next one? It's failing, reflecting, changing the behavior, changing the strategy, and then doing it right the next time. And if that strategy didn't work, figure out a different strategy and see if that generates the results you want. It's keep figuring out the strategy that's gonna work, whether it's posting yourself online, whether it's figuring out how you can lose the weight. It's figuring out how you can generate the results that you want, because someone else has figured it out. There's Mr. Beast, there's I don't know what other big YouTubers, Shane Dawson, PewDiePie, like they've generated lots and lots of views and a business out of YouTube. So it's not like you're the only one that can't figure it out. There's multiple people who are trying to figure it out and become them. And the thing is that they figured it out, therefore it's possible. If you were doing something that was impossible, then maybe I'd be like, oh, I don't know if you could do that. But the fact that there is visible proof that it's possible to generate really big results and have loads of money from being able to market yourself and sell, you got to figure out the strategy for yourself and see how you can accomplish what you want by posting and marketing yourself. There's so many videos on marketing, there's so many videos on strategies on how to make better content. It's just figuring out the one that's going to work for you and the one that you can be consistent with. So the last tip that I have for you guys about stop making excuses and posting yourself online is that it's all about risk and to learn to love the free fall. Posting yourself is a risk in itself because you're risking your vulnerability. You're being vulnerable, and you're being vulnerable to people laughing at you, people asking you like, why are you doing this, being vulnerable about possibly embarrassing yourself. But you got to learn to love the free fall, because by the end of it, you don't know if you're going to generate success out of it. So yes, you're jumping off a plane and you're seeing what lever is the parachute so you can free fall nicely. It's all about the risk, but if you don't risk it, you don't get the biscuit. Which I think is just a funny saying. Like, if you don't risk your dreams, then the answer will always be no, because you're just going to keep doing the same thing every single day, and that's not going to create the life that you want. If you're risking your vulnerability every single day by posting yourself and allowing people to judge you, essentially, whether they know you or not, you have the possibility of winning at the end of it. If you play the lottery, there's a possibility that you will win the lottery. If you don't play it, then there's no possibility. There's zero chance of you ever winning the lottery because you didn't play it. So it's kind of the same thing. If you are jumping into this thinking, I'm gonna make millions, I'm gonna have my own business, I'll be able to generate wealth for me and my family, then yes, you're risking your life, you're risking your vulnerability in front of others, and you have the possibility of generating that when you post yourself. But if you don't do it at all, then the chances of you ever getting it will always be zero. So that's kind of how I look at me posting myself, is that yes, it's embarrassing, yes, anyone can watch me, yes, anyone can judge me and think that I'm horrible and think that I'm ugly and think that I'm fat, all of these things. But at the end of it, I know I have a goal and I know I have a dream, and if I don't risk it, the chances of me ever getting it will always be zero. And I don't like the number 0. I like the number 0 after a 1 or a 2, followed by many zeros after that. But if it's just a solo 0, that means I'm not getting anything, and I would like to get something. Something's nice. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when to upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Geraldie Silva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Mwah.